I'm Master Dave and welcome to part 2 of the series on women's self-defense. In part 2, we're going to tell you how to attack the second weak spot in the human body. That is the upper windpipe. The windpipe is the main way that you get air into your lungs. And there are no muscles that protect this upper windpipe right here. This side and this side, it's in the middle. Now the technique is to squeeze the windpipe, and you can practice on yourself. If you just squeeze a little bit, you'll begin to feel the pain. Now the thing about the windpipe is that when you crush it, right, just squeeze it in, say half an inch or an inch, what happens is that your brain takes over and all your muscles freeze, and therefore your attacker can't do anything, okay, because all they're worried about is just breathing. All right, now think about the times when you were nauseous and you wanted to vomit, or you were choking on something. What happens to your muscles? Your body does this, right? It kind of goes in this half frozen motion. You hunch over. Why? So that your stomach can push out the fluid, or that your lungs can push out whatever's choking you. So when you attack the windpipe, it elicits the same effect. And so the way to do it is you want to squeeze like this, okay? Typically the first 3 fingers, right? Or 4 fingers like this. And you want to find it, okay? You would feel it on yourself. It's not so high that you hit the neck muscles, okay? And it's not too low that it hits the, there's a cartilage sheet that protects the throat down here. And in males it's called the Adam's apple. But right in between is an area that's unprotected. And when you can find it on yourself, because you know it's ribbed like this water bottle. And what you want to do is you want to find that spot, okay, and squeeze. You can try it on yourself. If you squeeze in just half an inch, right, you will activate the vomit response, and you'll know what happens to your body. You want to practice squeezing this. An easy way to practice is on the water bottle. And it's ribbed just like your windpipe, okay, the cartilage on your windpipe. And so what you want to do is you want to get your grip, practice squeezing. Squeezing, all right, and you want to practice squeezing with the arms out 30 times a day, 3 times a week. You do that for several months, you get used to that motion. Right, far out, okay, and then you want to squeeze close up because you'll be in different situations under an attack. Sometimes your arms will be outstretched, sometimes you'll be up close. And lastly, third, you want to practice squeezing like this, okay, up close. All right, now why would you squeeze pointing towards yourself? Is if you're protecting your loved one or friend from an attacker, and they are attacking, right, your friend or loved one, and you're coming from behind. Most people, what they do, they jump on the person's shoulder, put the arm around the neck and try to pull them off. It doesn't work. Yes, especially when the attacker is in a rage, right, or bigger than you. However, what you can do is reach around, look for that person's windpipe, squeeze, okay? One hard squeeze is going to stop the attacker, okay? Because you're going to activate what? The vomit response, the choking response. So that's why you want to practice squeezing the bottle with your fingers facing yourself. Squeeze, 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 right in front of you, close by. And lastly, squeeze here, okay? Fingers pointing to yourself. Now, for those of you who may not have finger squeezing strength, what you want to do is you want to practice on something like a tennis ball. So you hold the tennis ball like this, and you just squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Okay, you could do this 30 times, 3 times a week for several months, and you will feel your hand muscles strengthening. Now, my tennis ball smells like a dirty sock, and that's because it's my dog's favorite ball. She loves to play fetch with it, and her saliva is all over it. But if your ball does not smell like a dirty sock that needs grooming, don't worry. Your practice still works just as fine. So practice. Remember, feel the neck, all right? Find that spot, the upper windpipe, squeeze. Ah. There you go. Squeeze hard, and practice squeezing out here, right here, close by, right? And with your fingers pointing to yourself. So your muscles get used to different situations in which you need to exert force. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.